everybody, this is Jill Sabella with Sabella Styles, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really easy card using several of our items that are available in our celebration catalog right now. And the first one, the main one we're focusing on, is our Heartfelt Blooms. It is a really cool stamp that uses a technique they call I think they call it distinctive stamps. So it kind of has that look of a photo. And so we're going to use that one. And then also I'm using the cards from the Tutti Frutti card and envelope set. So it's got 16 cards and envelopes, different colors. And it has the cards with the coordinating envelopes. It's really cute. But I'm just using the cards today. We're actually going to be using the envelopes on another project you'll see next month. So, and then I'm also showing you the ribbon pack that is the shimmer ribbon pack from the celebration catalog, and it's got the basic gray and the coral and the Bermuda Bay. Today we're using the gray. So all of these items are available in our celebration catalog. For every $50 you spend, you can get one of these items for free. So if you spend 100, you can get 2 of them. 150, you can get 3, obviously. So anyway, we're going to get to the card. Let me get started on that. It is kind of, actually, to show you up close, it's like a window card. I was going for the idea that it was maybe an antique photo hanging from a wall by a ribbon. So that was kind of the look I was going for that. And for the card, all of the items you need are right here. And let me give you those. The measurements will be on at the end of the video if you miss them, but I will go ahead and go through them right now. So for the card base, you'll just need one of the cards from your Tutti Frutti Tutti Frutti card set, or you can use any card stock, but I did use those. And I went ahead and pre-cut an oval out. I did use our stitched shapes framelits and use the largest oval, or you can use the regular oval set with the scallop and regular. I just was planning another project with it, so I did the stitched. So we're going to need that card with the oval cut out towards the top. And the next piece you will need is a piece of Whisper White for stamping the blooms, and it measures at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, and then you will need a window sheet piece. It's hard to see on the video, but it measures at 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 inches. And then you'll need a scrap of Whisper White to stamp your sentiment. And then you'll also need a scrap of basic gray that allows you to punch 2 of these pretty label punch pieces from it. And lastly, you'll need a piece of the basic gray shimmer ribbon, and it's about 12 inches long. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is take our base, and I'm going to go ahead and tie the ribbon on top. That way I don't forget to do that. If I forget, then there's sometimes not room to get that in there and tie it once I get all the pieces around the back. So let's get that done first. It's a really pretty ribbon. It's a little slippery right now. My hands might be slippery and dry. So, okay, so we'll get that little bow done. Of course, you can trim off any edges you don't want. Okay, so that is good. And then the next thing we're going to do is adhere the window sheet to the back. So we're just going to use, I'm using the fast fuse for that, but I'm just kind of putting it around the circle and, oops. Make sure it'll get covered up so you will not see all this. You just need something to cover up your, to give you that maybe effect that this is an old picture inside of a frame. So that's what I was going for. So we can set that aside for a minute. The next thing you're going to do is going to take the image of your flowers and you're going to ink that up with basic gray. It's our archival ink. And I went ahead and, I mean, you should be able to just ink that one image in the middle, but just to make sure that there are not any white spots when you do go ahead and put the card together, I went ahead and stamped a couple more sections towards the bottom just to fill in those white spots possibly. Okay, so set that aside and let that dry for just a second. And I'm going to go ahead and do my sentiment. On this particular card, I'm going to do, this set has some really pretty ones, sending heartfelt thoughts, thinking of you, and thank you. But I'm going to use the thinking of you one today. Go ahead and stamp that. And with this little scrap that I have, when I cut out my little kits, I find that sometimes it's hard to hold it and get it centered inside the punch. So I use a little piece of Post-it note to hold onto it, just to give me something to hold onto while I'm sticking it here and making sure I can get it centered. And then whatever bit is left over, well, there wasn't any, but sometimes it gets punched through and you can just peel that off. So set that aside for a second. I'm gonna close my ink. And then we just need 2 of these for our layering in the basic gray. And I'm just going to layer that with, let's see how I did it. Okay, I layered it, I just stick it on there with some adhesive. Okay, and then the other one on the back, I already put some, gotta put some adhesive on the bottom. Okay, so there's that. And then to stick that on my card, I'm not gonna stick it quite yet, but I'm just going to use 2 dimensionals to do that. Have those ready. And for this piece, to layer it inside, we're going to put our dimensionals on the outside corners of the piece on the side the image stays on. Normally I know it would go on the back side, but this is going to be showing through, so we want to make sure that it will pop up from the back. So go ahead and remove those pieces. And it should be, I cut it just about exactly the size, so it should fit just exactly on the back of that. So you have your piece, then you go ahead and just stick this sentiment on the front, maybe layering it over a little bit. And of course I have to add a little dazzle to it, so let's add some rhinestones, a couple on each side. Oops. And you are done. It's so easy to make this, and with all of the cards and the cards already cut for you, you can use these envelopes and whip out 16 cards in no time, and a nice variety, and it is super easy. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Check out my website at sabellastyles.stampinup.net and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.